Solving this by hand, once again, it's just like solving an equation. We move all the like terms together. So should we move the variables to the left or to the right? First, does it really matter? No, but since I want you to put the variable on the left side anyway, you might as well move everything to the left. So if we add a 5n to both sides, in the same step, we can move all the constants to the other side. So we could also subtract a 4. And that's going to give us 4n is greater than 4, which when we solve for n, we can undo. Do we need to switch this inequality symbol? No, only if we multiply or divide by a negative. So here is our inequality form. And if we were looking at the sketch of this, we have our number line. Our critical point is 1. And do we want all solutions that fall to the right of that or to the left? To the right. So our solution includes everything to the right. And will it be parentheses or bracket at 1? Parentheses. It does not have the equal to, so no equal to in the bracket form. So if this is our interval notation, our graphical notation, our interval notation extends from a lower point of 1 to an upper point of infinity. Infinity can never be included, so it's a parentheses. Is 1 included? No, so also a parentheses. And so this would be your your interval notation for this solution set. Okay. Now let's take a look at confirming this with our calculators. Okay. Assuming you have the most recent operating system on your calculator, okay, so as long as you're in the 3 points, so 3.1 I think is the most recent, but even if you're in 305, you should be able to use the solve key to find solutions to inequalities as well as equations. So if we go to our calculators, to the F2 Algebra tab, click on Solve, and we type in our original inequality exactly as it appears. Okay. And you can even use the n. So if we take negative n plus 4, the less than and greater thans are right down here at the very bottom. They're above the decimal point and the 0. And so it's a second function. Decimal point gives you greater than. Negative 5, n plus 8. We want to solve for n. Close off our parentheses. And when we do that and hit enter, we should get our solution. N is greater than 1. It confirms what we got. Okay, now, I give you a heads up because the answers when you guys take your quizzes. So on the homework, I transition you into interval notation. So the first set will be writing it as an inequality form. The second set will be, you'll write the inequality form, but you'll also write the interval notation form. Okay? But when you guys get to quizzes, it'll all be done in interval notation. Okay? Which means if you're using your calculator, which again, I want you guys to get real familiar using your calculators, but if you use your calculator, you still need to be able to convert it into interval notation in order to write the correct answer. Okay? So n is greater than 1 is your inequality form, which is confirmed here. You need to be able to translate that into this interval notation in order to get full credit on any of the assignments that we do. All right, now let me talk really quickly the last little thing here, and I'll give you a little bit of time to work, and then we'll come back and talk about some more things. There is no inequality symbol on your computer. And unfortunately, I couldn't find one anywhere. Okay, so the way that we're going to express this, if you had to enter this answer to get points online, okay, never use spaces, okay, but you would enter this answer as parentheses 1, comma, you'll use INF as infinity. Okay, so this is how you would enter this solution online for me. If I go back to the previous screen when we had the negative infinity, if you wanted to enter this notation, the way that you would do it is parentheses, negative infinity, comma, negative 1, bracket. And you guys see where the brackets are, right? Right above or next to the slash, the slashes, or the next to the top row after the P. Okay, so this is how you would enter it. Okay. Let me give you a heads up on the common mistakes that students in the past make when they're entering these. Okay, the ordering of terms. Olivia asked this question. It doesn't matter how you write this. Could you have written this in the form bracket -1 to negative infinity parentheses? Okay, and the answer is no, this is incorrect. You have to write it from left to right, just as it would appear on a number line. The values that are furthest to the left will come in furthest to the left on interval notation. Furthest to the right will be further to the right.